I watched the Villa and PSG game yesterday, and I saw a lot of fans clamoring and saying, "Oh, Rashford, da 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 da. Amorim is bad. He's ruined the club. Rashford is balling. Another wrong decision by the board." And I said to myself, did Amorim at any point in time say, "I don't need Marcus Rashford at United"? He never said that. Did Amorim say when he just came in that Rashford has to go? He never said that. In fact, in his first game, Rashford played. I think he started, but I'm not too sure. But I know he played. In his first training session, Rashford posted and he was like all happy in the training room and everything. And again, all the players that Amorim dropped for one reason or the other, Hoyland, Xerxes, Menu, Garnacho, Casemiro, they are all back playing for United, but one person. And why was that? The reason is because Rashford, after he was dropped, went out to say, "I don't want to play for the club. I want to go elsewhere, and I think it's time for a new challenge." As a manager, when the player comes out to say that, it is obvious. It is done. It is done. You don't. There's not coming back from that because you're saying, "I don't want to play for you. If you're keeping me, I'll play, but I don't want to stay here." So what did Amorim do? As a new guy in the building, new guy in the club and everything. Obviously, he's known that Rashford has had problem with previous manager because they would have told him. He said, "Okay, cool, Rashford, time to go." So if Rashford is playing for Villa, making those runs, having these performances, and you're calling out Amorim, you should be ashamed of yourself as a United fan. Because the question you should be asking is, why did Rashford not do this for us week in, week out? Rashford has had 5 managers at United. How many managers has he delivered for week in, week out? These are the key questions. Not Amorim is bad, Rashford is balling, all of that. That is not the case. Rashford should think to himself, what do I want to do? Do I want to play for Villa or do I want to go back to United? Because when you come from a club like United, when you leave United, wherever you're going down. If it's not United, it's not Madrid. Obviously, for now, you can say, "Oh, it's different. United is not the big club they used to be." They still have the cup following. What they have now is some financial problems that they can get through, but it doesn't negate the fact that Manchester United is Manchester United, and when you're not there, you're not there. So I think Marcus Rashford should look at himself and say, "Look, how do I bring these levels at United? How do I keep this level consistently?" Because I believe in Villa, he's got no distractions. Obviously, because as a Manchester boy, he got distractions, he got friends, families, and folks. He knows everywhere. But at Villa, Brom, he doesn't know too much people. All he has to do is to go there and play football. So now at United, he's not playing at that level. But when he got to Villa, he's delivering. If he's going back at United, he needs to ask himself, how can I keep the levels? So United fans calling out Amorim, you can't call out Amorim. He's not the reason why Rashford is not playing well. He met Rashford not playing well at United. And when he dropped him and Garnacho for some reason, Rashford went to the press. Garnacho didn't go to the press, but Garnacho is back in the team. I believe the relationship between Rashford and United is not broken. I believe, there's a level you can actually, amend it to get to. Because if Rashford is at United, he would help the club get better because they need a player of that profile. They need his skills level. They need him. And he needs United as well. Because I don't think Villa will pay him what he earns at United. Obviously, sometimes you have to let the money go for your career. Just let the money go and go play football. But I don't think so. I think Rashford is having that push because he knew that if he left United and went to Villa and not perform at these levels or the level we expect him to perform at, he'll be slaughtered by every media person in the country, podcast, YouTuber, analyst, pundit, whoever. So performing for Villa and performing for Man United, although two different things, we expected Rashford to go there and run. Go to Villa and run. I'll tell you a story. In 2014 or 2013, thereabouts, Jose sent Lukaku out on loan while he was Chelsea manager. Lukaku started scoring goals for West Brom. And they asked Jose, Lukaku is scoring goals for West Brom. And Jose said, it's a thing to score for West Brom and it's a thing to score for Chelsea. Take this how you want to take it. But Rashford scoring or performing at Aston Villa is different. to perform here at United. But of course, the levels of these two clubs are different. The expectations are different. At Villa, if you score one goal every 3 games as a leader of the attack, it's good. Nobody's on you and every that stuff. But at United, you need to do this every single game. You need to score every single game. You need to perform every single game because at that level, the expectations are different. So Marcus Rashford performing for Aston Villa is not good enough reason for United fans to call Amorim. Let me remind you, Amorim wanted to come at the end of the season. He was forced to come in. Obviously, it's his dream job or whatever. He came in, no excuses. But he signed just one player, and that's Dogu, playing left back for him. He's not signed one attacker. He's not signed one midfielder. He's using what he met. And this was the reason why the previous manager was sacked, because what he had was not delivering. Amorim has come in, and what he has now is not delivering. I think United need to give him time, give him a squad to work with, and let's see Amorim. I think the only time it will be good to judge Amorim will be at the beginning or mid next season when he has his players and we're seeing how he wants to play. And I saw Marcus Rashford, good game yesterday, bro. But you have to keep it up. You need to keep it at that level. It has to be at this level going forward. Every single game, back to back to back.